welcome everybody, welcome. We are about to go live.
Uno, dos.
Hola, ¿cómo estamos amigos de PVA? Aquí si no es su sargento.
Y Alfonso, tu capitán de Phoenix. Welcome. Thanks for another installment of our show. Here we are.
We are in Salt, where it's going to be the action of tomorrow, man. We're going to have some pretty cool stuff happening here. Mexico, Honduras, and Phoenix, our home state.
Yeah, it's time for us to represent again. You know, we try to do it every year since last year, I guess.
Well, it seems like every year
Mexico plays here at least once for the past 4 years, 5 years.
Yeah, we at least get one game a year, and you know what? This is a good game. I wish it was, I wish it was a stellar squad, a bigger squad, but you know what? It's exciting because it's a young squad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We need that growth. We need that development. We can't play the stars every single time. You know, you got what happens when the stars stop playing? They get too old to play. Then you haven't tried out the rest of your team.
Yeah.
And then what?
We'll talk about the Osorio thing. Me and you still are kind of butting heads.
It's not even an Osorio thing. Look at what Germany did.
All right. Well, they kicked their ass.
And then here we go again with that. And what did Chile do?
They kicked their ass.
Lost. They lost against Germany too. But
it was a close match.
They still lost.
Yeah. All right. So
we won by an inch or a mile.
Oz is
winning
here.
Is winning.
Oz, welcome to the chat. We're waiting for some more members to come in. It's going to be a great episode because we're already starting to butt heads over the Osorio thing. This is our topic that we keep
It's not even the Osorio thing. It's just it's development. You need to think about development.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep talking about. We'll talk more about it. We're just going to talk about the game in hand. Yeah. We are in Salt, right behind us. As you can see, this is the environment. A year ago, wasn't it? A year ago.
So we have PVA banners.
Yeah, you can see them actually. Yeah, right there. Yeah, PVA. So, we're actually representing people. It's easy to find us.
Yeah, this is our home away from home when it comes to doing watch parties and anything else that comes with PVA.
We have the luxury that the stadium we're right with the stadium. It's an easy walk.
Quarter mile away, less than a quarter mile.
Less than a quarter mile, yeah. Well, with the heat, it feels like 20 miles. But no, hey, we're waiting for people to log in. Oz, again, welcome to the chat. Anybody else who's in, please just let us know that you're there. Coronel's behind us playing games. I don't know what he was doing. He's just a clown, this guy. Hey, come over here, say hi real quick. Come on. Coronel, ven para acá, por favor. Dile hola a la gente. Hola, ¿cómo estamos, gente?
¡Saludos!
¿Qué pasó, banda?
¿Tuvo break de su tour, Coronel?
No, todavía estoy en tour aquí en Phoenix.
Yo soy de Phoenix. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Cómo estamos?
¿Cómo están tus frequent flyer miles?
Pues ganando puntos.
¿Ganando puntos de qué? ¿American o Southwest?
Lo que sea, como caiga, el más vara, ¿no?
El más vara.
El más vara, el más económico. Así es. Bueno, amigos, aquí estamos en Phoenix, listo para el partido de mañana.
Listos,
vamos a ganar. Y luego de aquí para Los Ángeles. Y luego, Pasadena, claro, así es. Y luego después de aquí para Santa Clara.
En el
la casa de los 49, ¿no?
49.
Los 49ers.
Los 49ers, ahí va para allá. ¿Cuánta gente va a venir? ¿Cuánta raza estamos esperando, sabes?
Pues la verdad no sé, no sé. Se están vendiendo los boletos. Estamos recibiendo muchos mensajes. Si necesitan boletos, pues mándenme un mensaje. Yo le paso el link para la sección de Pancho Villa's Army. Y ahí vamos a estar.
Sí, el link está a todos lados. Si no, pues ahí, como te diga el coronel, en nuestras páginas, ahí le mandamos el link.
En todas las
redes sociales. The social media.
Yes, redes
bueno,
sociales.
Ahí los dejo, amigos, con aquí el sargento y mi capi.
El coronel, hasta
Me
luego.
van a pichar unas cervezas ahorita.
Sí, ¿de cuál quieres?
La que sea, como
aquí,
caiga.
mira, hasta la paga.
Saludos, amigos, ahí los vemos.
Hola, pues, gracias. All right, so we have a pretty good lineup today, man. We're going to talk a lot about good stuff. We're going to talk about, so far, the Copa Oro, how's it going?
Yeah.
Then we're going to talk about some players, just the lineup, what we predict. Then talk about what else we have in plan.
Just next? Different thing, whatever comes up, you know.
Well, if they go to the next round, kind of what
predictions,
to expect.
what we expect, yeah.
And then of course, finally, the pre and post, what to expect tomorrow. If you're here, look for us where the places are, and we'll go from there. So, awesome. All right, let's get started, man. So, what do you think, Copa de Oro? How do you think it's going so far?
I think it's going really slow. I think that all the teams are just
They're in cruise control.
Yeah, they're not trying. They're not working hard. What tournament do you know that you can bring in reinforcements after the group stage? None. You get all these players. You try them out. You see how they're doing, and then you bring in your big guns like the United States brought in Tim Howard, let Guzan go home. Yeah. Brought in Clint Dempsey, Michael Bradley.
Yes. Several other elite players that again weren't even here in the first few rounds or not the group stages, but. A lot of criticism about Mexico, saying, hey, why haven't they? There's some rumors speculating. I mean, I don't know if it's confirmed or not. Maybe it was the clubs weren't letting the players
it was
release.
confirmed. They asked, and they didn't allow it. But that's fine. That's fine because it gives this young group a chance to represent, to show what they have. Whether it hasn't been pretty, but I mean they've played 3 games together. They might be able to click a little more. They're going to play a tough team, a team that has not scored a goal in the whole tournament.
You just cursed us. You just cursed us. Why do you do that to say that, man? It's like a no-hitter. You don't say
It's funny. It's funny.
It's funny when they lose.
It's funny that this team
you're right.
is out there criticizing the Mexican team.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, there was an article. This is something that we saw on ESPN and several other social media sites about them saying, hey, you nervous, bro, kind of in a way, right?
Yeah. ¿Estás nervioso? Wait.
Yeah. And it has a picture of Osorio right in the front, and I'm trying to get the context. Like, where do they get that he's nervous? Like, I don't think he's nervous. I mean,
he's not nervous. He doesn't dwell on what the social media says, on what these reporters say. I mean, it might bug him a little, but overall, I think he's professional enough, and he's been criticized enough to not let it bother him too much,
Yeah.
And it has. He got criticized in his club teams. He ended up winning a championship in his club teams. He did really well. It's a whole different story with the national team. I understand. I get it. But I think he's all about development. I think he's about development. You give him the chance, whether it's him or not in 2022. It's still a good fundamental base that he's working on to increasing the strength that Mexico has.
The quality of Mexico soccer, the youth system, all that. I mean, I definitely could go with that. I agree with that.
Everybody wants instant results, but
well, Honduras is talking trash, man, and I think it's still hilarious because in any sport, as we know, football, baseball, you name it, the opposite team starts talking trash, it becomes locker room. Motivation, right? I wonder, is that the same thing with soccer? I mean,
I agree. No, I think it's probably more motivation. Like I said, you have this team that has not scored 1 goal this whole tournament. They got 3 points because of a terrible decision from French Guiana to play an unqualified player. So they got handed 3 points. They didn't score 3 goals. They just got handed 3 points. Mexico, on the other hand, I know you can criticize, but they have 5 goals.
Yeah.
5 goals, 3 games. And who should be nervous?
Yeah, I know. It's just not valid, but it's hilarious. Just
it is. It's funny. It's hilarious.
And I think it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a meme later. Maybe they'll reverse it with the team,
or
put
like the Jordan face.
Yeah, the Jordan face is always popular. TJ Leiva just wrote right now, si gana Mexico, when Mexico wins, it'll be against the C team will be funny. So kind of reversing that, as I'm assuming, right? It'll be hilarious. Like, jokes on you. But mucha gente criticando Osorio todavía, and it is what it is. You know what? He's our coach right now. Like you said, Mexico is infamous for changing coaches, especially right before a World Cup. I mean, how many times does that happen?
And it hurts. It hurts.
Well, it's no consistency, man. You know what I mean?
And it hurts. And then you have these coaches that haven't worked with the players, and then they have to try to adapt to these new coaches. Tactics and stuff, and they might come out with a couple good games, but overall, the tactics aren't there. The familiarity isn't there with the coach and the team and the structure that they fizzle out, and we can never get to that infamous, cursed cinco partido because they don't have any more ideas. And you have these coaches. You have that coach that came in the last World Cup. he did great, everything. Oh, he's our savior because of whatever. And then look what he did. He broke down, couldn't handle it, and lost in the fourth game.
So when we think about us, the Mexico fan, we demand a lot from our team. We think
delusion.
There was a documentary.
Ilusión Nacional, and a great documentary. If you've never seen it, you should look for it. Ilusión Nacional. We're always thinking about we're that top level country, and I mean we're a good country. You don't qualify for the World Cup 6 World Cups in a row and not be a good soccer country. It's just that the depth isn't there, and the depth's never there because we never let our youth develop.
Yeah, I mean the thing about it is that we are a good team, a good club. I mean we're a good country when it comes to our soccer, but just haven't been to the elite, and this is elite. We know who the elite are. We can think of 5 countries that are like always top of the chart.
And then our good friends over at another show, they were talking about that.
Footmatch Nation, Tom Marshall and Wiso, shout out.
They were talking about it. If you're a seeded team, you get to play against weaker squads. You get those weaker squads. You play against the weaker teams that you can make it further. You get seated in a location in the roster where you're capable of making it past the 5th game, going to a 6th game, a semi or final.
Yeah, I agree. So real quick, Jonathan, hey, shout out. You just said, hey, a team that talks trash has nothing to lose. So usually that's the case, right?
It is.
I mean, just like Honduras right now, like you said, no goals scored. Really haven't done much, like a lot of teams haven't done much in this tournament.
Yeah.
They're just going to talk trash, trying to stir the pot, trying to bring some excitement, maybe try to bring some fans to Phoenix. I mean, they're going to be outnumbered.
There's a good amount of Honduras people.
Here in Phoenix?
Yeah, but,
we're going to be outnumbered.
We're still not going to be outnumbered. If you look, the average... what is it? The average attendance at the stadiums has been like... No, it's been like 20,000. And the only reason
overall Copa,
and the reason why it's been like 20,000 is because Mexico draws in crowds of 43, 45, 46.
We skew those numbers. In reality, it should have been like maybe 15,000.
Yeah, and it's
well,
just
then again, they have 2 matches too, like every game, right? There's 2 matches in one day, one venue. So like tomorrow, again here in Arizona time, first game it'll be 4:30, Jamaica, Canada. Second game, of course, will be Mexico, Honduras. 7:30 is kind of the kickoff time. I guess, as we know, it might be a little later, maybe a little sooner. It all depends. I don't see the game going to penalties, to be honest. I think
the only reason it would go to penalties is if Honduras plays a Jamaica game, where they sit back and they don't even attack. They have one. They start off with 3 attackers, then dwindle down to 1, and then dwindle down to 0, where they just sit back and hope that they can stop Mexico because they don't have any opportunity, any chances of making a goal. You have 10 people defending and a goalie. I mean, it's difficult.
Well, that was a struggle for a while, right? Last World Cup, trying to qualify, a lot of people they're parking the bus. And we don't know how this young crew can handle that. We haven't really seen that in the tournament. But Honduras might come out with that strategy. We don't know. We don't know what their strategy is going to be.
They're a real physical team. They like to push around, get violent. We saw a lot of that in the Jamaica game, where Jamaica was being really physical, really dirty, I would say, against the young Mexico squad while they were defending. So it's difficult to come out with outcomes when you're up against a corner like that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about predictions. So I'm assuming, based on what we're having a conversation, I mean, Mexico should be my front runner to win this match. They should advance to Pasadena. That's my prediction.
I agree. I would say minimum 1-0, maximum 2-0.
2-0. I was to say 2-0 comfortably. If 1-0 possibly, but 2, I'm going with that for my prediction. Let's talk about Canada, Jamaica. Who's going to be their next if they advance? Again, we're not.
It would be
Jamaica, Canada. Who do you think?
I think Canada. They have a young, I think 17-year-old, 16-year-old player that is hot right now. He is on fire. So I think regardless, I think Jamaica will try to bring the game more on for this, since it's a knockout stage.
Yeah.
But overall, I think Canada can.
They came out first in their group too, right?
Yeah, I think they can push through against Jamaica. I think they can do it.
Okay, fantastic. Jonathan thinks it's going to be 1-0. So again, kind of going with us. Oz, I don't know if you're still there. Anybody still log in? Give us your predictions. Tell us what you think. is going to be the outcome for tomorrow's match. Again, also Jamaica, Canada. If we advance, if Mexico advance, who's going to be our opponent? And right now, I'm going to go with you as well. I think Canada. Has been showing consistent. Out of all the teams, I think they've been the most consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying they're by far like blowing people away, but at least they have what's going on. Actually, TJ Leva says Reggae Boys is gonna pull the upset against Canada. So, what do you think the score is gonna be there? He says Mexico 2-0 as well. So Reggae Boys. Okay, so we got someone for Reggae Boys. Yeah, what do you think for Mexico? What do you think would be? Say Mexico advances to the next round. Who do you think would be the better opponent to Mexico to face?
To get through to the final?
Yeah. Who do you think?
I think Canada plays a better game, more technically sound, where that could be to the advantage of Mexico.
Physical, they're fast.
Because Mexico's game is a lot more technical. So I think when you play technique versus technique, Mexico outdoes CONCACAF anytime. Yep. If it's Jamaica, it's gonna be very physical, very sitting back, trying to do the counters. So I think it would be better for them to play against Canada, just because Jamaica doesn't push. They don't try.
Well, Jamaica's scary though, man. You know, they beat the U.S. right? They're unpredictable. They can come out and they can start scoring goals, and you're like, what happened? But then next game, they're not as consistent. So I think that reality, I agree with you. I think Canada will be the better opponent, even though they show more consistency. They came out first in their group stage. I think that they haven't played them yet. Where they played Jamaica already, they tied 0-0. So there's that familiarity. So I feel better with Canada next round.
Yeah, I agree.
Now let's talk about the winners of the last matches. So U.S. advanced
against El Salvador, 2 goals at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah,
or not first quarter, first half. Sorry, my bad.
Football season hasn't started yet, but we're getting there.
Football.
So U.S. advances Costa Rica. So U.S. going to be a U.S. Costa Rica next round. Winner will face the winner of either Mexico, Honduras, and Canada and Jamaica. So let's say again, predicting Mexico advances. They play whoever that is and advances to the final in Levi Stadium. Who do you think Mexico would have a better chance of playing, or who do you think they'll have? Who do you expect the final will be?
Either opponent will be tough. Either opponent could be both ways.
And they both got reinforcements, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So Costa Rica brought some people up.
So that's a tough one to answer. I think equally, Costa Rica and the U.S. can be a tough opponent against this young Mexico squad. Okay. Regardless of who it is, it's going to be difficult.
Well, again, for me, it's always U.S. Mexico for me. I mean, we gotta go that route. And you know what better way to beat U.S. with a younger squad?
A C squad. The last time it was done was
a statement.
2009.
Yeah.
Right. 2009 when Mexico came in with a B squad, scored 5-0. Some people might not agree that it was a B squad, but if you think about it, Vela, Gio, they weren't part of the A squad. They were reinforcements. How these other younger guys are.
That would be a statement, man. If we could, I would feel motivated about our future and feel excited about the future of Mexico.
No, definitely.
Hell yeah.
The last time it happened was 2009, and everybody loves Vela right now. He's considered the best player in Mexico, even though he doesn't play as much.
Yeah, well, there was that controversy. He didn't want to come. And,
he wanted to play basketball for the Spurs or something. I don't know.
What, the Spurs?
I don't know. Shit.
All right, well, let's move on to the next topic. Now, we covered quite a bit. We kind of talked about predictions. Let's talk about if they advance next round, Pasadena. We are hopefully expecting quite a bit of members. We already saw some guys from Seattle, a couple members here from different places. They're actually right next to us. There's quite a bit of them, and you can probably see a few there talking. Come on down to Salt. If you are here now and you're watching this, come on down, Westgate.
Like I said, we have our banners. This place is beautiful. If you love Mexican culture and stuff, they really outdo themselves. They have the sugar skulls, they have Zapata, they have Pancho Villa.
Yeah, they embrace the Mexican culture.
Yeah, they have agaves.
And it's easy to spot. It's one of the biggest venues here. Yeah. As soon as you walk in, the fountains are right in the center, right across from the Coyote Stadium.
Was the Mando is going to be here, I think.
Who's that?
I don't know, some
group. DJ or something.
No, it's a group.
Oh, it's a group. Okay, we're gonna have a live group from 1 till
No, they're gonna be here
9 till 7,
they're gonna be here. So Voz de Mando will be here at 4 o'clock, I believe. They'll be here. They'll do a live performance.
The pre, yeah.
We'll have a couple DJs here all night. We'll be here till 2 a.m. But no, come down. It's going to be a pre-party. It starts at noon, starting tomorrow, 20 July, 12 noon.
Perfect, man. Yeah, come on down.
2 a.m. if you can hang.
Start reporting yourself out to Soldados. Hey, if you're here, man, in town,
let us know. You know, we'll be here. You can come down tonight. We're hanging out at Sol for a few hours. You know, just getting the feel, getting the vibe. Yeah, talk about what we got to do. But no, reach out to us. We're always here for whatever you need.
Hey, if you're not here, hey, you know what? Share our stuff on your social media. You don't know, Soldados could be out and about. Even if you're not a Soldado and you love PVA, you love Mexico soccer, and you want to just hang out with us, man, come on down. Just say hi. Enjoy a good time. I mean,
stay out of the heat.
Stay out of the heat. Yeah, this is our tailgate right here. We're inside air conditioning.
Yeah, so there's no tailgate based on stadium regulations. You know, so. This is it. We're at Westgate. There's a beer garden outside. Salt is going to host PVA's official pre and post parties. This is where you're going to be.
This is our tailgate. So no tailgate. This is our tailgate. It's indoor AC, music, food, drinks. Just a good time. We're going to start cheering. We're going to march. So let's just talk about that. Let's talk about the pregame. So again, the Canada-Jamaica game, 4:30. Things here are going to kick off about what time, you think?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. So 3 p.m. Start making your way out 3 p.m.
As early as noon, though.
As early as so if you have nothing to do, if you're visiting from out of town, just come at noon. Just come on down. What else? What else you got to do, right? Get out of the heat.
Get some food.
Get some food.
Get a drink.
There's a fountain right there. Just look at it. Go up and down. Yeah. So early at noon, but 3 o'clock will start really building up.
3 o'clock.
A lot of people, man. It's going to be a work week, so a lot of people are going to start. You know what? I recommend the noon because traffic is going to be crazy. Parking. Get here as early as you can, just to avoid that. Yes. Do whatever you can. So we started off. The game will be going on. We're still going to be here. What time are we going to start walking up to the stadium? Do we have a time set?
6-ish. 6-ish p.m.
That's a Mexican thing. We said the ish. 6-ish. I'll be there about 6-ish. That's what I told this guy. I was like, I'll be here about 8-ish.
No, he said 8. By 8. He said by 8.
In my mind, I said 8-ish.
It was like 8:35. No, but yeah, come down. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like us down below.
Yeah, share it, like, comment. Like I said, spread the word. We want to make sure our members know where to go, where to meet, because it's always a good time when we have a good time. Next round, Pasadena. More information out. I think there's already a sign up.
There's a sign up. You get a sign up your email. As soon as the link comes out, you'll receive the link and you can order your tickets. You can be the first ones to get tickets and get some good seats.
This is what happened here. So our experience again, as soon as we found out officially they were going to come here, we got the link. We were able to have right away first choice up by the goalie, good seats. They were blocked out just for us, and tickets are very limited. Last time I checked, there was only like 1 or 2 rows, if even that. So same thing with Pasadena. Sign up for that email list. You'll get that immediately. Get your ticket as soon as possible. LA folks, anybody in California, anybody in the vicinity that can make it, please do that. And of course, the finals, probably the same thing, I imagine. I don't know much about it, but same concept.
PVA will have tickets for the final.
Awesome. So I think TJ just said that, hey, we'll see you at the finals if that's the case. So I don't know, Fonz, are you planning to go to the finals?
I hope so.
Yeah, it's a Sunday, right? So
no, it's a Wednesday. Oh, the finals on a Wednesday.
Why do they do that, man?
No comments.
I'll figure this out. I'll try to get. I'll come up with the chicken pops. I know this is live. This isn't. Man, my hi employer. Sorry. All right, so let's talk about that's pre-party. Then the game starts. We're gonna march up there. Then what's the post-party look like? What are we doing after the game? After the match?
Everybody come back here at Salt. Voz de Mando will come back, do another live show. And then we'll have a DJ till 2 in the morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. The game's not going to end. Mexico plays, it's over. Come on down.
The party always continues.
Yeah. What do we say here in Phoenix?
Puro pinche party.
Puro pinche party. So come on down and have a good time, man. Enjoy a good time with us here and everybody else that loves Mexico soccer.
I look forward to seeing you here. If you see us, say hi, good handshake, buy me a beer.
Buy him a beer, please, because he doesn't have one. I've been drinking mine, and it doesn't look like I've been really putting a dent. So, anything else before we go? Sign off. Guys online, thanks for chatting with us. Again, shout out to DJ, Jonathan, Oz. I know you were commenting. Thanks a lot. Anybody else who did not comment, shame
please
on
comment.
you. Please, we have friends. We really do. Please. All right.
All right. Have a good night. See you guys tomorrow. Viva Mexico.
Viva Mexico.